Alrighty, morning everyone, and welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel on another beautiful day. In today's video I want to talk to you about whether or not it might make sense or might not make sense to buy silver right now. Now, most of you probably already know that silver received a somewhat ridiculous markup over the last couple of years and months, and it might not seem very smart to buy silver right now because this markup is just very high, and I definitely agree with that. But today I just want to kind of talk to you about whether or not it might make sense to buy silver right now, and if so, which silver would be the best to buy right now, or the only reasonable to buy right now. And that's not really an easy question or an easy answer. It just kind of depends on your personal opportunities, capabilities, things like that, right? Your personal ways of accumulating silver, of getting to silver, of being able to purchase silver or whatever, right? Things like that. Because whether or not you can buy like reasonably priced silver right now kind of also depends on where you are and what your possibilities are of obtaining silver. So it's not very straightforward, as you can probably already tell, but there are some really useful ways to go about stuff like that. So we're going to talk about that today. Before we do that, we're going to talk about the stuff that I brought for you today, though. So we'll start with this one. This is a 2-ounce Queen's Beast Completer coin from the year of 2021. Problem with these coins is that these have like all kinds of scratches and also milk spots on them just right from the mint, which is obviously great. Not, but yeah, it's just kind of what it is. I stopped buying Royal Mint coins because of that. I don't know whether or not they just said, oh yeah, we don't need any quality control anymore, just like not do that. I don't know, but I'm not here for that. If I spend my money on something, I want it to actually be reasonably nice. So there's that. Next coin is reasonably nice, and this is this Royal Australian Mint Fraser's Dolphin 1-ounce silver coin from the year of 2021 as well. Beautiful coin. I really like this series, and I will probably continue collecting them because I like them. Next, one of these very old German coins from the year of 1901. This is a 20 mark gold coin. Interesting. I like historic coins. I unfortunately only have German ones here at the moment. I've got a lot of British ones as well, and ones from France and Spain, and also from like the Norwegian area up there, all kinds of stuff like that. So we're gonna look at that at some point as well, I think. And I've also got a 3 mark version of that, which is a silver coin. So now, silver, is it reasonable to buy that at the moment? I would say so. Yeah, because, not a lot of things changed in regards to silver. It's still a metal that we need a crud ton of, and we don't produce a lot of it, and we don't produce a lot of excess of it. And we will probably need a lot more in the future for stuff like, for example, renewable energies and stuff like that, which, is a bit of a iffy topic at the moment, because some ways of obtaining renewable energy are useful, and actually I like those, yeah, but other ways are just plain stupid in my opinion, because it creates more harm than it does good. But that's also the case with your normal energy obtaining ways. Like, for example, nuclear energy, which I hate everything to do with nuclear stuff. I hate that stuff. I know that it is the best way probably to produce electricity, but I still hate it. I hate the thought of that stuff. I hate the thought of something killing you just by walking by it or whatever. And like, I don't want anything to do with that. So let's just not talk about that. But yeah, it technically is the most useful way of producing energy. I know that, but I don't care. So there's that. Because I just don't need a lot of electricity. The electricity that I need is the stuff that I produce here. So I don't think that it's useful to have like massive power plants somewhere that produce electricity for just like everyone. And then if it breaks, no one has electricity. I just think that's a bit of a stupid way of going about that. But whatever, if you like that, that's fine as well. I don't really know where I'm getting at here, but silver, to get back to the topic, is a extremely important metal for renewable energy stuff and for technology in general in the future and also in the present. So I don't think that anything really changed about that. The problem is that physical silver has a pretty high markup at the moment. That is definitely the case. So like over here in Europe, it goes as high as like 50% for your normal bullion coins, which is ridiculous. I would never buy that. I can't suggest that to anyone. So if you're planning on buying silver with like 50% markup just for the weight of silver, no, please don't do that. There are way better options than doing that. For example, junk silver. I think in America that's a big thing that you can do, is just buy old currency coins. I think you can also do this like coin roll hunting stuff, where you just look through a whole bunch of coins from your bank, and then maybe some of them are silver. Unfortunately, we don't have that possibility here, but if you can do that, go ahead and do that, for example. And another thing that I'm really big on, that really grew on me over the last couple of months, is actually buying old gold and silver jewelry. Why? Well, because you can buy that for basically spot. And buying silver for spot at the moment, that's pretty nice in my opinion. So that would be the way to go for the cheaper stuff. It doesn't really matter that it's not fine silver, because you don't really want to sell it, right? You want to stack it. If you want to sell it in a shorter period of time, well, in that case, it might be useful to go for your normal bullion silver. I don't know. It also depends on the situation that you're in. So that might be a thing. But for example, with this junk silver stuff, not with the coins, I wouldn't do that, but with old jewelry and stuff like that, you can just buy off of eBay like a tiny furnace with like a little gas torch, and you can melt them into little tiny bars. That's fun. It's not too dangerous because it's not like it's tiny, but of course fire is hot, so be careful with that. But that's definitely something you can do. So I think that's fun. I do that for fun. I mean, you know that probably if you're watching the channel. I've done videos about that in the past, not with gold and silver, but with copper and aluminum. And copper pretty much has the same melting point that gold and silver have. I think it has a bit of a higher melting point actually. It doesn't really matter, but that's just kind of the stuff that you can do, right? And under these circumstances, I would say yes. I would say it's definitely useful to buy silver right now. And if you want to have silver, you should start looking into that, right? But I can't really say that it's useful to buy bullion coins right now, because I just don't do it myself. And honestly, I don't see it at the moment. I don't see how these are worth 50% more than spot over here. I think it's better than that in America. I think that's like 30% or something like that, but still that's high. So I don't know. Junk silver is the way to go for me at the moment. If you just want to have weight, if you want a maple leaf, or if you want an American eagle, or if you want like whatever, what kind of other investment coins are there? Yeah, Australian kangaroo, like in 1 ounce, right? In the fine silver coin. If you want that, then go ahead and buy it. There's no problem there. But if you just want the silver, I don't think it's reasonable to buy fine silver coins at the moment, because you're just getting a lot less silver for your money than when you would be buying, for example, junk silver, like old jewelry or old coins and stuff like that. You're just getting way more silver for your money. So, in my opinion, that's the stuff to consider. If you want a specific coin, go ahead and go for it. That's what I always say, right? It is about fun. It's a big portion of this hobby. A big portion of this hobby is about fun. Because if you don't have fun, you're not going to stick with it. And if you don't stick with it, you won't really be successful with that. And if you don't want to, that's fine. But, starting a hobby and then stopping after a couple of months, it's not very nice, is it? So have fun, but keep in mind, if you really just want the silver weight, 1 ounce silver bullion coins are unfortunately not really the way to go anymore. If you want fine silver, that's another different story. As I said, if you want that, go ahead and buy it. But if you really just want the most weight of silver that you can get, normal bullion silver, fine silver is just not the way to go. That's not my opinion, that's factual, because you're just getting more silver if you're buying junk silver. Now, I'm not talking about whether or not that might be useful for something or whatever. Fact of the matter is, if you're buying fine silver at the moment, you're getting way less silver for that than when you would be buying junk silver. That's just what it is. Everything else, there can be some really good reasons to go for fine silver, right? But that's not my point. Yeah, I think you get what I mean. So yeah, that's pretty much my opinion. If you want to go ahead and buy silver, I would say you should, because nothing has changed about silver besides the price. But the price is something that's negotiable. And I think that you can find some really good deals out there, and I think you should start looking into that if you want some silver. So yeah, if you've got any more questions about that or about something else related to it or not related to it, whatever, write it in the comments below. I'd be very happy to answer that as always. And if you want to, you can rate the video with like a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you might want to do. And if you want to make me happy, you can also subscribe to the channel. That would be a very, very epic thing. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Have a fantastic week, and until next time.